students, good morning. Welcome back to EduStar video class. You are watching class 5 social lesson 13 natural disasters part 1. You have learnt how nature supports our life, isn't it? But here you will learn how it damages our lives. Natural disasters are natural events that cause huge damage to life and property. These disasters are also called natural calamities. Natural disasters are caused by the constant changes that take place on the earth. Earthquakes, landslides, volcanoes, floods, tsunamis, drought and cyclones are some examples of natural disasters. National Institute of Disaster Management NIDM was established by Government of India. It is an institute for training and managing natural disasters. It was founded in the year 1995 and located in New Delhi. What you can see in the screen? You can see a large damage, isn't it? Do you know all these damages are not caused by humans, but it is natural. So, natural events which create damage is called natural disasters. What do you see here? The ground is shaking, and because of that everything on the surface of the earth is shaking. As a result, you can see buildings are crumbling down, everything is falling down, and this can create great damage to all the human beings living in these areas. Now, what exactly is these events? Well, these events is called earthquake. So, earthquake is very dangerous events in which the earth's surface shakes violently. So, an earthquake is nothing but it is the shaking of the surface of the earth caused by sudden movement in the earth's crust. Now we are going to see how do earthquake occurs. Earthquake occurs in the crust of the earth. What is mean by crust? You might have already studied about it in structure of the earth. Do you remember? Yes. Crust is the outer. Crust is the outer layer of the earth. Below this we have mantle and inner core. The inner part of the earth contains energy. This energy escapes to the surface through cracks in the earth crust. The earth's outer crust is made up of big and small pieces. Can you see the pieces? These pieces are known as tectonic plates. These plates join together like a zigzag puzzle. The energy inside the earth causes vertical and horizontal movement of these plates. While moving, they collide each other. This movement shakes the earth's surface. The energy escapes in the form of waves, which are known as seismic waves. These seismic waves shake the earth as they move through the layers. Is it clear, students? The point from which an earthquake originates is called the focus. Is it clear? So, the point from which the earthquake originates is called the focus. The point above exactly above, the point above the focus on the Earth's surface is called epicenter. Is it clear, students? Okay. Seismology is the study of earthquakes. Earthquakes are measured and recorded by an instrument called seismometer, and their intensity is measured with the Richter scale. Now, in the event of earthquake, there are certain precautions which you should take. First of all, number one, try to get out of the building and go to an open area. Why it is important? Because when you go to an open area, then even if the earth shakes or the building crumbling, nothing will fall on you because you are in an open area. Number two, always use stairs to move out. So always use stairs instead of lift, because when the ground is shaking so violently and the buildings are crumbling, there is a possibility that the lift may not work and you may get stuck. So you should always use staircase. Number three, if moving out immediately is not possible, you see that you stuck in a situation, you are not able to move out to an open area, then you should take shelter under a table or a bed. Whenever such situation arises, when you are not able to move to an open area, take shelter under a table or a bed like this, so that if something breaks and falls down, it would not fall on you. It would fall on the surface of the table or bed, and you can save yourself. And these are the three important precautions which you should follow in the event of earthquake. Is it clear, students? Have you understood? Now, I'm going to ask you one question. Okay. So, in the event of earthquake, you should stay indoor. Yes or no? What do you think? Yes, it is a false. Whenever there is an earthquake, you should first of all get out to an open area. You should never stay at home, and only if you are not able to move out, in that situation you go under the table or bed to protect yourself. So, in the event of an earthquake, you should not stay indoors. Yeah, it's clear, no? Next, do you know? On 26 January 2001, a high magnitude earthquake hit Bhuj in Gujarat. More than 20,000 people died in the earthquake, and about 8 lakh houses were destroyed in this disaster. Next, on 12 January 2010, another earthquake hit Haiti in North America, in which about 2 lakh people died and 3 lakh were injured, and several lakh houses were destroyed or damaged. Now take your classwork note to write lesson 12, conservation of environment, detail answer. Already I have discussed answer for first question and second question, isn't it? So today we are going to see remaining 3 questions. First we will see third question. Why are forest and wildlife important for us? Forest provide oxygen, which is important for humans to breathe. They play an important role in reducing atmospheric pollution. It provides protection to wildlife. They prevent soil erosion and floods. They provide timber, medicinal plants and fodder. Next, wildlife. Animals help humans in many ways. Rearing animals is one of the main occupations of rural people. We depend on animals for some foods, wool, leather and medicine. They act as means of transport in remote areas. Is it clear, students? So use black stick pen to write question and answer and blue pen to write answer. Fourth question, what is the difference between biodegradable and non-biodegradable waste? So draw tabular column like this, okay. Biodegradable. Biodegradable waste mixes easily with the soil and is decomposed by small organisms such as bacteria. Example, food, fruit, vegetable peels, paper and leaves. Biodegradable completed. Next, non-biodegradable. Non-biodegradable waste takes long time to decompose and remains in the environment for long. Example, plastic, silver foil and aluminium cans. Fifth question, mention two eco-friendly practices each for reducing, reusing and recycling things. Reduce. Avoid using plastic bags. Use paper bags. Turn off lights when they are not needed. Next, reuse. Old clothes and toys can be donated instead of being thrown away. Old bottles and tins can be reused to store things instead of buying new containers. Next, recycle. Use diaries, greeting cards and envelopes of handmade paper. Dispose garbage appropriately in biodegradable and non-biodegradable bins. Bye students. Meet you all in the next video.